The first thing that I would say to you is something that Henry Ford said many years ago, which is that you can't build a reputation on what you are going to do. It is based on actual things that you do, and you measure against those things. So that's an important first step in the process. In addition to that, it's part of a larger communication strategy that you need to incorporate into your thinking. Reputation is part of the organization or the corporation or the individual as you grow into a communication. We think about it, you as an individual or an organization create messages, you communicate them to audiences, and you receive feedback on those, which is part of a communication strategy framework. Reputation is part of who you are, what your credibility is all about going into that communication. It determines your success to some extent based on what people already know about you. One of the things to think about, however, in terms of reputation, is that there is an actual reality to the organization that you work in. Let's call that, for lack of another term, corporate character. That character is determined by the things that you do, the things that you say, your brand architecture, the communications that you have, your annual reports. That needs to be tight, and it also needs to be clear enough that you communicate it consistently to multiple constituencies. If it is unclear, then the constituencies get mixed messages. So ideally, you operate as one, and those messages are highly coordinated. However, once your key constituencies, which today we think of as shareholders, customers, employees, and the communities in which we operate, they communicate with each other about what you have said and determine how they perceive what your organization is really like. The view from one constituency is the image that that particular constituency has of your organization. The collective images and the aggregate of those images is your reputation. And today, thanks to new tools, particularly ones that were developed at Montpellier, we have the opportunity to measure each of those individually based on public data.